Should king's safety always be prioritized over a pawn storm? When it comes to chess, a common question arises. Should you always prioritize king's safety over a pawn storm? This topic is vital for players looking to sharpen their strategies. Let's break it down. King safety is all about keeping your king protected from threats. Having pawns in front of your king acts as a shield, preventing attacks. A solid pawn structure around your king is essential for defense. However, as the game progresses, pawns can be moved or captured, which might expose your king to danger. On the other hand, a pawn storm involves pushing your pawns forward to attack your opponent. This tactic can create weaknesses in their pawn structure and expose their king. A well-timed pawn storm can lead to significant advantages. However, if you are not careful, it can also leave your own king vulnerable. So, when should you prioritize one over the other? It really depends on the situation on the board. If your king is under immediate threat or your opponent has a strong attacking position, securing your king's safety should take precedence. Conversely, if the center is locked or you have a strong pawn majority on one side, a pawn storm might be the better choice. Here are some practical applications. If the center of the board is open, focusing on controlling the central pawns can be more beneficial than launching a pawn storm. Central pawns can influence more squares and are more mobile, giving you better control of the game. Another scenario is when players castle on opposite sides. In these cases, the race to attack the opponent's king becomes crucial. A well-timed pawn storm can be decisive in such situations. The effectiveness of a pawn storm also depends on the existing pawn structure. If your opponent's pawns are well supported and hard to break through, it might be wiser to focus on king safety and wait for a better opportunity to attack. In summary, while king safety is generally important, there are moments when a pawn storm can be more effective. The decision should be based on the specific tactical opportunities available on the board. Understanding when to prioritize each strategy can greatly improve your gameplay.